Hi everybody, welcome back to Hannah's Decodes. I'm Hannah. Hope you're all well and have had a good week. I thought I'd come on today and just talk a little bit more about the light beings, and just when because they're still, I suppose, relatively new in my experience, and I just would like to share any insights and experiences I have had with them. So I thought I'd touch on, I'm starting to feel like the light beings are an aspect of ourselves. And I think when you look at the broader picture, we're all an aspect of the greater consciousness, or the one consciousness, or the God, whatever you'd like to call it. And so I feel like our little teams of light beings are just somehow an energetic part of ourselves that points a light onto any kind of blocked energies within our energy bodies. And that can be physical bodies, light bodies, other types of bodies that you may think of. Every time I start this, the dog starts barking. But anyway, I'll keep going. So any kind of bodies that can potentially have stagnant energy or blocked energy. So my feeling is, these beings shine a light on particular blockages, and almost subconsciously you see it's sort of highlighting the areas that need some kind of infusion of energy, or unblocking or balancing of some sort. So it's sort of a subconscious thing of where it shines the light onto a particular area, and you can subconsciously, because you've asked for a particular kind of healing to happen, you can agree to it. So it's kind of great because you're in control of how you want to heal, you're in control of the yes to the healing, I suppose, and seeing something kind of almost magical unfold. And I also wanted to say, I've said it before, I really feel like these healings work with the light beings if you're doing a lot of stuff on the physical plane world as well. So if you've got physical ailments, if you're really trying to do your best to help them with good diet, exercise, whatever kind of de-stresses you, warm baths, meditation, nature, that kind of thing. So I think particularly always, but much more so at the moment with everything going on in the world, we really need to care for ourselves in a multitude of ways. And that's something I think if you're doing the calling in the light beings is quite effective and miraculous, I find. So I thought I would also touch on something I was talking today with my friends at meditation. And actually meditation, it's kind of like what we do. It's I've talked to you before with the tuning fork. So yeah, we do that. So it's kind of a meditative healing that we all agree to do with these tuning forks, and it's really, really nice. So we're talking about ancestry and what we kind of inherit from our ancestors, and perhaps even our previous lifetimes. And so I thought that could be something that we could look at today with the light beings. And I haven't done this before, so I thought it'd be quite interesting. So what you could do is, you pause now, and after I've told you what to do, is think of something, perhaps like a pattern that you're in, whether it's something physical, a pattern of relationships, whether you get into relationships that might be slightly domineering or slightly abusive or very abusive, or the relationships where you feel betrayed over and over again. And you might see these traits go back through your ancestors, or you might not see it at all, but it's a recurring thing for you that may have something to do with your ancestors or previous lifetimes. So I thought that would be a good thing to just play around with and call in the light beings and just see how we go with that. Now you could have, if you can't think, if nothing comes to mind at the moment, perhaps just pause for a few moments and see if there's something there that you feel like is in a bit of a not so positive pattern that you would like to heal and change. And again, I think also it's more effective if you're aware of this situation, but sometimes you kind of can't really pinpoint it because it's so close to you what's going on. So I think if you're always, I think people most of the time are always doing their best with the knowledge they have. So if you feel like you're doing your best to rectify particular things going on in your life, but you can't quite pinpoint why it's happening, or you can't or how to get out of it, or how to shift it. I think the light beings could be quite helpful. So let's give it a go. So again, just sitting comfortably in a chair or lying down if you don't fall asleep. That's always good. And just feet flat on the floor, palms face up on your lap if that's comfortable. And just do a couple of gentle, deep belly breaths. And last time we talked about using pink light to give the emotion of love in the breath a tangible look in our imagination. So a couple of deep breaths right to the pit of your tummy. When you breathe out, just feel your body loosen up and relax a bit. Just start breathing in some loving light, pink light, down to the bottom of your feet, and then up through your body, and it goes into all the cells of your body. Your body and your breath are breathing in pink loving light. Now just put your intention out and request that the light beings rectify or finish a cycle, clear any blockages on the particular subject and topic that you would like healed and cleared. And I think it's always good to say it out loud if you can, or even if you don't want people to hear you, maybe just whisper it really quietly to yourself, just to get get it working in our physical world as well. I won't say that loud because you probably don't want to hear my all my personal stuff. Okay, pause there if you'd like to continue on with the meditation, or just come back and yeah, no, that was quite interesting. I was a little bit distracted. I've got my dog next to the fireplace and he's very hot and panting a lot. I was thinking, oh, I hope everyone's not hearing my dog Remy panting away. But anyway, so that was really nice. I think for me, the light beings are much clearer, and I can sort of focus or connect with them much more when I'm sort of in a slightly dark room and I'm on the verge of going to sleep, or not going to sleep, but I'm in a very still, quiet environment. I think, you know, having the light on, it was a little bit harder to tune into them, but it's something I would, I'm going to definitely continue with. And I think it's really nice to experiment with the potential of what we can do with light beings and connecting with these types of healings. So I think that's it. Yeah, I'm just amazed at the time at the moment and how time is flying by. And then, you know, I can't, you know, last week doing the video feels like, you know, 3 weeks ago or something. So it's, yeah, the time's doing strange things at the moment, and it's hard to, not hard, it's just strange to, you know, and finding the time to do some things and not others. And anyway, it's a funny time. So I hope that helped and resonated with some people. And if you do have some experiences with your light beings, I would love to hear about it. So I think that's all. So if you'd like to, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you.